watching a lot of found footage films, and some were okay, some were just terrible. I just had to change it. Some were really, really good, and I wanted to share these with you. So I made this video, 10 underrated found footage / mockumentary films. Stay tuned. Okay, first one's gonna be Atrocious. This is a Spanish film. I saw this like a long time ago. I think it was on Netflix too. And it's about this family. They go stay at their country home, I think around Easter. And the brother and sister, you know, they have cameras and they like to record each other and, you know, do fun kid stuff. And so strange stuff starts happening. Pretty creepy at times. The only thing I have to say is for this one, there is a lot of shaky cam footage, and sometimes it's even upside down, and so if you're not a fan of that, you know, you might not like it. So this next one, man, it's called Unknown Visitor. I just watched this one a few days ago, and I gotta say, it's a short film, about 50 minutes long, and I have to give this one so much praise because it was recorded here in San Antonio, and even though the address that was given in the movie, I was like, oh shoot, that's like right by me, like, okay. Well, anyways, this movie, the cool thing about this one is the entire film is one viewing angle. It's through the doorbell camera, and I have the doorbell camera, I have house cameras, and so it was a really good concept, you know, because it's the doorbell camera. Actors, actresses, there were some bad acting parts. I really didn't care for them. It had some really good jump scares. The continuity of some of the items that were placed in the front of the camera, and then it was kind of like moved around. Or there was a girl that she was supposed to be dead, and you know, you kind of see her arms move a little bit. So that kind of ruined it for me. But it was a really good film. It had a few good jump scares, and it was just a fun. It was a short film. I think if they would have made it, I wish it would have been longer, but I think if it would have been put a little bit longer, it might have been a little too slow paced. But from start to finish, it was a really good film. I highly recommend it. It's free on TUBI, so I want to support it because it was filmed here in San Antonio. So go ahead and give that one a watch. And so the next one is Heil, Statten. Yeah, this movie has a bunch of social influencers, kind of like YouTubers, and they go stay in this supposedly abandoned, haunted hospital for the night. So of course they want to do some pranks and they see some creepy stuff. But I can't give too much of this movie because I might ruin it. But definitely give this one a watch. I really enjoyed it from start to finish as well. So this one's called Apocalypse Cult. It starts off as this, there's, you know, Alcohol Anonymous meeting. And this guy's like, hey, I'm from this cult. You know, I'm not there anymore. You know, I have a problem. And the journalists that were recording it were like, you know, kind of interested in what cult was he from? What were they doing? You know, what was happening? So they try to follow this guy and he turns up missing. They're like, oh, okay. So they try looking for this cult. They find the cult. They want to record their everyday lives and how they, you know, what their beliefs are, and just stuff gets weird. There's a disturbing scene because, you know, they're following this one person who's supposed to be the leader of the cult. And every night he gets to sleep with one female, whether it's an older woman, middle-aged woman, female, young girl, you know. So that was kind of disturbing for me because I have daughters and they don't show anything, but it's just kind of implied what happens. But otherwise, it was a really good movie, start to finish. Next one is called Butterfly Kisses, and it starts off as there's this urban legend or myth, folklore, whatever you want to call it, and what you're supposed to do is stare down this bridge without blinking for a whole hour, and this entity pops up, and every time you blink it comes closer and closer until it kills you. And so these two kids try to make a found footage film. Doesn't show what happens to them, and then so it's like two movies in one. So fast forward into the future, this guy, you know, his mother-in-law moves into this house. She finds these tapes, and he's a videographer, and then he, you know, goes into he watches all these movies, and he tries to make a movie out of these kids' documentaries and no one knows what happened to these people. He's trying to figure it out at the same time while he wants to make it rich with this movie, and no one, you know what, that's it. I can't say anymore. You gotta watch it. It's a good one. All right, this next one's awesome movie as well. If you want to watch a good movie with Bigfoot or Sasquatch or whatever, this is the one. It's called Exist, and it's about these kids want to go on vacation. Well, this guy, or these, I think 2 guys or 1 guy, they have an uncle with an abandoned cabin, and they say not to go there. Well, of course the kids want to have a vacation, so they go to this abandoned cabin, but no one else knows except them. And of course, as the guy filming, strange stuff starts happening, and it's Bigfoot. And let me tell you, that Bigfoot can run, so it's good. I really like this one because they actually show Bigfoot. I can't tell you anymore. You gotta watch it. All right, next one, J-Horror. Yep, J-Horror found footage film. It's called POV, A Cursed Film. And it starts off with these 2, Japanese girls. They have this like little web show, and the director, they're like, all right, you guys are gonna watch this creepy movie, and it was supposedly of a ghost. And so they're watching it on the web show, and they're, it's in a restroom, in a bathroom stall, and all of a sudden the door just opens by itself and you see a little hand. And so they walk up to the stall, no one's there. So it's creepy. It gets a lot better, and the director and the other staff, they're like, hey, that's not the film I put on there. The DVD player starts playing more of the film, or more scenes of the film, and they're like, oh shoot, what's going on? And they actually capture a picture of a ghost in the window behind the 2, where the girls are walking in the room. So that one's very creepy. I watched it by myself in my van, and I was like, oh shit, it's kind of scary. So definitely give that one a watch. Oh yeah, and for this one, I really liked it how, it went until towards the end of the movie. It kind of just ended, and I'm like, oh man. But then the credits started rolling, and the scenes started playing during the credits. So it actually extended the movie a little bit more. I believe you can watch on YouTube. Next one's called In a Stranger's House. This guy, he just house sits for this woman, and he's pretty much just taking care of the 2 dogs, just making sure the house is all right. Creepy stuff starts happening, and he's like, it's kind of like entertaining that I'm staying in a haunted house, and like in the middle of the night he's sleeping, and he just hears like this chanting, he's kind of like in the room next to him. So he goes to the room, and as soon as he opens the door, it just stops. He's like, what the heck? It's like, it felt like a whole bunch of people were in this room. It was super loud, and all of a sudden open the door, and it just cut it. So strange things start moving. He gets freaked out, and before you know it, all these they're found footage for a reason, right? Very creepy, great movie, start to finish. You got to see that one. All right, so this is a good one too. Have y'all guys ever seen the movie called The Possession? The one where they buy the little box from the yard sale, and they give it to a little girl. It supposedly has like a demon or something in it. All right, well, this movie is called Debit Box, the story of Chris Chambers. And pretty much this guy's like a YouTube guy also. He has his channel. He's recording himself, and he's like, I bought this. I'm gonna buy this box off the dark web. Supposedly has a demon inside of it. Well, we'll see what happens, And so of course this guy wants to open the box. You're not supposed to open the box. And I tell you not to do something, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. So of course he regrets his decision, and it's a pretty good movie. It's a little slow paced, but it keeps you entertained throughout the movie. So definitely get to watch that. Last found footage film. This one was really good. I really enjoyed it. I love the ending. And it's about, there's this church in this, small town. They have this spiritual event where they think they saw God, or they felt God's presence, and they have a little recording of it. Well, I think it was the Vatican. They send this little team over to investigate. So one guy, he's a technical specialist. He believes, not much of a spiritual. He believes of both religion and science, but he has an open mind. Then there's the alcoholic deacon, and he's straight of religion, kind of washed up, And then the last guy, he's like straight up, I'm the boss, I'm from the church, but I only believe in science. And he's like, there's always a reason for something. So they try and investigate, and strange crap start happening, and the ending was a little kind of like As Above, So Below, which I really love that movie as well. One of my favorite found footage films. And the ending was just awesome. So definitely give that one a watch. That's all these are really top recommendations of found footage. I've seen some that were okay, some that were bad, you know, really bad. And these, all you guys will probably at least appreciate one of them, please. So give it a watch. I'll actually put some links, you know, of the trailers of all these movies in the description. And tell me which ones you've seen. Tell me which ones that you liked, you did watch and you liked them. Let me know if there's any other really good ones to watch too, because I love found footage films. So thanks for watching. This is Creepy Calvin, and I'll see you later.